So let's start by settling the body, finding a stable, comfortable, upright position, serviceable for meditation. So we think about keeping our feet flat and our back straight, torso open, hands in the lap, right over left with the palms upturned and the thumbs gently touching. Our eyes are gently closed or slightly open. Making sure we let in enough light to remain alert. We try to avoid slouching or leaning, but we also let go of any unnecessary tension in the body. Relaxing into a stable, comfortable, upright position. And try to begin to pull away from the outside world, allowing sights and sounds to be as they are without investigation. Constraining your awareness just to the body and mind. Letting go too of thoughts of the past and plans for the future. Holding your awareness to the present moment by attending closely to the physical sensation of the air moving into and back out of the tip of the nostrils. Noticing quickly when anything other than that one physical sensation is arising in the mind, and without judgment or frustration, lifting your awareness up from that distraction and placing it gently but firmly again and again on the breath. and then generate a broad, altruistic motivation for your time, wanting to use this time to establish and deepen new constructive ways of thinking and acting, ways that allow oneself to remain in contact with a sense of peace and ease, contentment, and that naturally, spontaneously gives rise to actions that are beneficial to others, and wanting to be separated from ways of thinking and acting that are painful for oneself and often would motivate actions that harm others. Wanting to engage in this process of inner transformation to be of greater and greater benefit to sentient beings. And with that motivation, we'll train in becoming someone who turns toward the suffering of others by engaging in the giving and taking meditation, a meditation to increase our courage, increase our natural proclivity for facing suffering and acting in the face of suffering. So begin by developing an awareness of yourself in meditation. Visualizing that your heart center inside your body is a small, dark seed, and then visualize in the space in front of you a version of yourself in the future experiencing some physical or mental distress that you have some familiarity with, something that seems to happen from time to time. An anxiety or depression or some physical issue or ailment And imagine that this future version of yourself is actively experiencing this obstacle. Imagine that this suffering takes the aspect of pollution, a dark smoke surrounding the body. Notice how, when you observe your suffering, there's a wish, a spontaneous wish in the mind to be free of it. Try to focus on that subjective experience, what it feels like to deeply wish to be free of suffering. Try to concentrate and stabilize that experience. And then visualize that due to the force of your compassionate wish, that pollution surrounding the visualization in front begins to lift. It begins to become magnetized to oneself. It begins to funnel with greater and greater speed toward oneself in meditation. It reaches the body and enters through the heart center in the front of the body, being absorbed into that dark seed at the heart center, visualizing all of that suffering, that pollution being completely absorbed into the dark seed as it becomes more and more dense. When the suffering is completely eliminated, then the dark seed implodes and is replaced with a larger orb of golden white light at the heart center. The dark seed of the self-centered mind, the mind unable to bear suffering, is replaced with the flourishing of your own potential, the full manifestation of your Buddha nature. And this golden white orb spontaneously sends out rays of healing white light in the nature of loving kindness. These light rays absorb into the visualization in front and bestow all forms of temporary and ultimate happiness and the causes of happiness. Visualizing in detail everything needed and wanted on a temporary basis up to and including one's complete enlightenment. And allow the visualization of yourself in front to dissolve. And replace it with the image of a stranger, or if you would like, a group or class of strangers. And imagine that this stranger or group is experiencing another kind of physical or mental distress. Imagine directly observing that distress in front of you. Notice how the body and mind respond. If there's some difference from before, some sense of separation, try to imagine or remember what it was like to wish to be relieved of your own suffering, that subjective state. Try to cause that state to arise again. And then focusing on the visualization in front, imagining that that suffering takes the form of that dark smoke, and that there's once again that dark seed at the heart center of oneself in meditation. And once more, due to the strength of your compassionate wish, that the suffering in the aspect of pollution is drawn toward oneself, lifted from the person or persons in front, funneling with greater and greater speed and force toward oneself. If discomfort arises, just notice the discomfort and move back to the visualization, developing a courageous mind. Imagining that the pollution funnels faster and faster, absorbing into the dark seed that gets more and more dense. As the dark seed implodes and is replaced by that larger orb of golden white light. An orb once again sending out rays of light to the visualization in front, carrying the blessings of happiness and the causes of happiness, providing all wished for temporary and ultimate sources of satisfaction, enjoyment, peace, contentment, up to and including full enlightenment, visualizing all of those details clearly. And then when you're ready, we'll come back together. And we'll dedicate. So recollect your altruistic motivation and think that by having contemplated in this way, you've actualized that motivation, created positive energy in the mind, which you freely offer for the benefit of all sentient beings without exception. You may that positive energy ripen in whatever way is truly beneficial for sentient beings. May it serve as a cause and condition to eliminate war and poverty, famine, disease, natural disasters. May it fully ripen the minds of all sentient beings. May they quickly meet perfect teachers and arise in the state of full enlightenment. May I too achieve the state of enlightenment so I might benefit sentient beings perfectly. May any obstacles facing the Guru's long life be completely dispelled. And may I and all sentient beings come under the joyful care and guidance of enlightened beings in this moment. May we be guided and protected until we swiftly achieve that state of enlightenment. Thank you.